What is going on YouTube? Carter here. We've got another unboxing for you, but before we begin, two things to get out of the way. I'm wearing gloves because I've been chewing on my fingers. You don't need to see that. It's gross. For those that are new, that's why I'm wearing gloves, not because I'm trying to protect the knife or whatever other reason. Hopefully I can get some personal stuff ironed out here, and maybe I can get them into, get it under control enough where I don't have to wear them all the time. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. So we've got an unboxing here. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to have a great time. Please be grateful of all the good things in your life. Don't focus on the negative. Focus on the positive. Just remember that no matter how bad your life may seem, barring anything super extreme, more than likely you are living somebody else's dream life in some aspect or another. Maybe you've got the family they wish they had. Maybe you've got the stuff they wish they had, the career. Maybe you've got the mental health or the physical health they wish they had. But you always have, you're living somebody else's dream life, more than likely. Somewhere around the world, at least, but more than likely somebody probably in a closer proximity. So keep that in mind. Positive affirmations, all that stuff. I don't know what's in here. I think this is for me. Watch this be for my wife. Watch this be for my wife. I don't think I checked the name. What is this? Okay, no, this is for me. Yep, this is for me. This is another Chavez knife. I know, I'm out of control. You know I do that. I focus on specific makes and brands, and I go hog wild. Got another Kickstop. This is my fourth Kickstop in my collection right now, fifth one that I've owned. I did sell my Silver Bullet not too long ago, and then I saw this. Just a minute. Stay with me, guys. I know you're getting antsy. You want to see the knife. Just please stay with me 1 second while I explain this. I saw this one early on in the pre-release pictures and stuff for the Kickstop. I really liked it. It was on my radar. Then I completely forgot about it. Got the other ones, and then was reminded, and I was like, I gotta get it. I gotta get it. I gotta get it. Should I get it? I shouldn't get it. I got it. I got it. I had to get it. So Kickstop, if I can frickin' get it out of here, with, oh, look at that, flamed titanium, flamed clip, something about it I like. Everything else is standard. It does have the black coated blade, and I believe the only way to get black coated blades on the Kickstops is through exclusives, right? I haven't been paying too close attention to like the production variants of this. I've been sticking to the exclusives, but I'm pretty sure the only standard production is the satin blade, right? I could be wrong. Please don't take that as gospel, but I think the only way to get coated blades is in the exclusives. But anyway, that's what I have here, PVD coated blade, and it's got that cool like stone wash that they do. It's very light. I don't know if they stone wash it before the PVD or if they do the PVD and it's just a super light stone wash. I'm not quite sure. And then it has just the black PVD titanium side right there. The flamed clip, and you can see it's slightly different the way they do it. This looks more like a mini flame. See how it's like kind of interspersed? But this almost, I don't know how they do this. Like it's kind of like Strider. I don't know if it's just a micro flame or if they use some kind of like superheated rod and lay it on there. Because if you've ever done any flame anodization, and I know flame anodization isn't actually anodization. Anodization refers specifically to the electrolysis version, which causes an oxide layer on the outside to form. Flaming it causes the oxide layer to form. Chemicals can make an oxide layer to form. Same effect. Technically not anodization, but I'm not going to put all that in a freaking video title, right? I've had people call me out when I say flame anodized in a title, and I'm like, I'm not going to put, it has an oxidation layer that's similar to true anodization and produces the same effect, but technically achieved through heat. I'm not putting that in the title. I'm just going to say flame ano. Anyways, wow, that was a rant. Similar to the Strider thing, but I don't know exactly how they do it, because if you've ever done flame anodizing, it's difficult to get something like this because it tends to just heat up the whole scale and change the whole color of the scale. And you can get some spots that might be purple or blue, but they're not crisp like this. So I don't know how they get these crisp kind of lines on there. And even here, I don't know if it's a micro flame or if they heat up something super hot and lay it on there. I'm not sure, but it looks really cool. I like how it's like bronzed. but then you got the blue and you got the white. You can tell how this, the white means it got really hot, and then it turns into the blues, the purples, and then it cuts off really quick, and then you've got the bronze right there. Now, hopefully, so these are made by Riot, and Riot seems to suck at true electric anodization. They do a super low watt anodization, and it always really sucks. And the second you get any oil on it, it just fades, like disappears. And, you know, oil will always affect the anode. You can see how it's disappearing. It sucks. And I know you're saying, well, don't rub an oily rag on it then. But this will happen with just hand oils over time. Not too bad. I mean, you can still see it, but yeah, that is one thing that sucks about ano, especially on titanium. And it's not just Riot. It's just in general it does that. It's just a lot of the anoing that Riot does tends to be worse. And that does kind of suck. I mean, it really kind of disappeared, right? Just getting some oil on it. And you can brighten it back up with some Windex, but the problem is once you start handling it, it'll just go away again. So that's a bummer. Actually, I just bummed myself out. I just made myself sad. That's no good. I started off so positive, and then made myself sad, but still cool. Maybe I'll use this as like a beater. Went with the drop point. Very utilitarian. Very usable blade shape. It's got that black coating, which if you use the crap out of it, you'll get those wear marks. So maybe this will be my, I don't know. I don't need to beat on a knife. Like, I carry knives pretty lightly. I'm an office guy, so I don't know. I'm fascinated by the idea of using the crap out of knives, beating them up. I just don't live a life where that really happens unless I like force it, you know, which I've done, you know, where you go out and you specifically do things to like beat the crap out of a knife and like wear it out and stuff. So a little bummed about the ano. Really kind of faded, but you can still see it. You know, it's still bronze, but man, it just disappears. Something about Riot, which is weird because this has got to be flamed. So maybe it's not even their process. Maybe it's like the type of titanium they use, or maybe it's the surface treatment that they do on it. Something makes ano just not stick on these Riot knives. I don't know what it is. Same with Something Obscene. Riot does their knives, and they did a group knife that was anode bronze, and it just almost turns gray. Like it's just barely bronze, kind of like this, barely bronze. Interesting. I'm guessing it's the type of titanium. I'm thinking it's whatever the makeup is of the titanium they use, just doesn't take ano as well. Maybe it's got extra of the other, you know, because it's an alloy, right? Any knife titanium is going to be an alloy of some type, so it's combined with other elements. So maybe the particular mixture that they use on this just does not take anoing very well. So keep that in mind. If you're looking at Riot produced knives that have anodization, don't count on it looking good once you kind of carry it and use it. The other weird thing, I know I'm going off on the ano thing. It's just been bugging me for a while because we've got another Chavez, which I shot a video and it was corrupted, but I unboxed it and it was bronzed. And the second I started handling it, it just disappeared. And then even if I clean it with Windex, it never gets back to out of the box. So it's almost as though this oxidization layer is so poor that it literally gets deformed or wears off, and you actually lose the anodization, which sucks, especially on this one, because really that's all this has going for it, right? There's not any other textures. Like without this anodization, it's essentially just a normal kickstop. I mean, it's got the black blade and the black tie side, I guess, but everything else kind of... Anyways, so, wow. Trying not to be depressed here, but here it is, kickstop. This is through Knife World, I believe. They're exclusive. They're still available. They didn't really market them as heavily as some of the others, although a lot of them are still available, to be honest. But I think they've got every variant of this particular one with this flamed ano. So I'm going to take this, I don't know, try to clean it off, I guess, but you can see the pocket clips also faded. I didn't even rub that with the rag, I don't think, just from my fingers transferring it over. Like, it's just inevitable that if you actually carry it or handle it, it's gonna fade like that. But yeah, so this is I'm done. We're done. We unboxed this. We're done. That's it. Leave it alone, Carter. We're done. All right, guys. Catch you later. See you on the next one. I'm out.